Welcome back, trainers, and I hope everybody is having a fantastic day, night, morning, wherever you are. So we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Metagross, but first we're going to look at two interesting battles that I did test using Mawile, and that is going to be putting it up with two fighters. So we got Medicham and Toxicroak. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. We were actually able to pull these wins with horrible leads. So I wouldn't say horrible, but not the best situation. So this first one here, we have a Mew. So we absolutely need to take this thing out. And I actually double shield and we go all the way in with Mawile. All right, now before I continue on with the commentary, I just want to give a shout out to Trainer Gear. He didn't ask me to shout him out. I'm doing this just because he has made this amazing level 50 jacket that has just been released today. I have been wanting one of these so bad. I actually ordered it. They have them, and I will put a link down below so you can go check them out yourself. Now, I was going to make one, actually, buy the parts and then the jacket as well. Finding the patches was not the easiest task. I did find them, but there was a set for like 185. That's a little ridiculous. So I'm sure there's cheaper ones, but it's not easy to find these authentic patches made. I wouldn't call them authentic, but good quality. So they have it. It's all put together. I ordered it. Now, the jacket itself, I was looking at the bomber jackets by the specific brand who originally started making them, and they're around 160. So it's a good price. It's 125 for the jacket from the Trainer Gear, and I think that's pretty good. So like I said, I'm just going to wait till I actually get it, wear it, and if it fits really nice, I will order the green one. So with that said, let's take a look at one more of these battles here. Oh, we had a good lead there. They're swapping into Pelipper. And for some reason, we're leading with Medicham instead of Mawile. And we're going to look at just this one last one, and then we'll get into the Shadow Metagross in the Great League. I'm going to tell you, it's pretty good. We do have two moves on it. It is expensive, does not have ideal IVs for the Great League, but I don't care. We're going to have a little fun with this. One day I could just power it up because it does have really good IVs, actually. Anyways, up against this Pelipper here, we're not looking too great. We have a Mawile, which is not going to be looking so hot up against it, with everything that it does have resisted by the Pelipper because of the flying and also the water typing for the Iron Head, the Power Punch, and the Fire Fang. Toxicroak is taking it out. They have an Altaria, and, well, they have a Bastodon in the front. Also, we have Mawile, which is going to be able to handle them. Now, what we're going to do here is go in with the Mawile because there's no shields on either end. We already know how Mawile can just put the Altaria in its place very easily. They're going to be swapping with energy back into that Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and bring in that Medicham. Perfect. Unfortunately, not able to get off a charge, but that's okay. And bring it in the Mawile here. Now, I was so nervous. I was counting. If they get off a superpower, it's basically GG's because the Sky Attacks will finish this off. But Mawile is so amazing. We're able to take them out with Fire Fang and a Power Up Punch. In comes the Altaria, and I could have technically made it to the Iron Head here. We knew we were going to be able to survive another one. We have a massive resistance to the Dragon Breath, so they're not going to be able to just farm us down there. Going for a Power Up Punch just to vamp up the Fire Fang because we knew what we would be able to do here, and we're taking the win with the Mawile. All right, folks, are you ready? Let's get into the Shadow Metagross. If you do enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and let's get it. So we're met with a Deoxys defense form. Not the best situation because, well, we're part steel, and Metagross in the Great League is extremely squishy, especially the IVs that I have here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and shield that up. Thunderbolt, okay, good shield. Would have went right through us and probably taken us out. They're going to be swapping to catch a Meteor match with their Jellicent, which is not very effective. How much does it do? Still doing a ton because this is Shadow Metagross, folks. It is really putting in work. And yes, I'm using a Wigglytuff. Okay, we're using a Charmer here. Yeah, we're getting pretty disgusting with this team. So it worked kind of nice, seeing that the Wigglytuff is going to be normal, resisting Ghost. So we are going to be looking great if we have a problem with, I don't know, Ghost type, like Sableye or something. Also, we have a resistance to Dark, which Metagross is also weak against. We're going to be swapping out that third Pokemon randomly here, but also maintaining that Toxicroak. So I do believe we're going to try out Victory Bell and something else. So this matchup isn't particularly great for us up against the Barbarical because it is going to be water typing, but also rock, so it is going to be taking neutral from the steel type moves. But we're not going to really want to be there. We're swapping into our Wigglytuff. They're getting off a charge move and then going into their Alolan Ninetales with Powdered Snow. So it's going to be able to spam those Weather Balls a little bit faster than usual and farming us down. So Metagross is going to absolutely annihilate a Ninetales because of the Ice and Fairy typing. And we're able to take them out before they're even able to get off their charge move, so that's nice. Come in back in here with the Barbarical, and we're going to go ahead and shield up that Cross Chop just to preserve the health, swapping into Toxicroak and taking them out. And they do have a Altaria in the back. So basically, we're just going to go for 2 of these Sludge Bombs here. They're going to have to be obligated to shield 1. But unfortunately, I was not able to get to the Sludge Bomb. I should have known better. And I should have thrown that Mud Bomb. Yeah, not able to get to the Sludge. Should have thrown the Mud because, check this out. Yeah, that Mud Bomb would have either gotten the shield or done that little bit of extra damage for us to finish them off. Wow. Jeez, man, it's so annoying. I give up so many games like that. Anyways, good game. Moving on to our next opponent. Met with a Bastodon. And this is actually okay. You know, they're going to be really tearing into us with that quick move, but we're going to be able to spam our charge moves faster, which hit very hard. Swapping into a Wobbuffet XL. Let's get it. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Wigglytuff here and just do some damage, right? Nothing much more we can do. There's doing neutral damage with the counter because of the normal typing on the Wigglytuff. But, well, Wobbuffet doesn't have the most attack around, but it is one of the tankiest Pokemon that you can pick. Hitting us with Return, man, that's disgusting strong and taking us out, unfortunately. So that's definitely something you want. We've made a video on Wobbuffet before, and you're definitely going to need Return. So we still have 2 shields here, a bunch of energy on our Metagross. What is the game plan? Let's go ahead and get this off and then swap into our Toxicroak. We'll get their shield and do some nice damage before they do retreat, and they have a Tropius with 2 shields, and we have a Metagross with some energy. So the game plan was to swap into Toxicroak and potentially bait out their shields, come in with Metagross and just Meteor Mash whatever. So we're not in a good position at all. We have to hope that they think we're baiting here with this Sludge Bomb. This is just a Mud Bomb. Oh, right, GG's. GG's. Looking good, holding on to that shield, but it doesn't matter, and we're taking the win. So if you're thinking, well, why didn't they shield it? Because they had to make the correct call. They knew the Metagross had energy. They needed a shield for that. So this battle, let's highlight it. Shadow Mawile, yeah, will destroy this team. Absolutely. Good. Let's see it. All right. So we have to retreat. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was just dreading when I run into the Shadow Mawile with this team. But this trainer absolutely deserves the spotlight here using it. So they're going into Whimsicott. We are in with our Toxicroak. They do farm us down. We get a shield. Going in here with the Metagross, doing super effective damage. And I think I do something very foolish here, and I try to farm down. Okay, well, never mind. That's not this battle. There was one where we had a double KO and I went down with energy, which was horrible. We have a bunch of energy, getting off a Meteor Mash, swapping instantly because we can't take any Fire Fangs, and they have a Wigglytuff in the back. No more shields left on their end. We have one more, but it does not look like we're going to be able to pull this off. We have 2 Pokemon that are going to get annihilated by Shadow Mawile, and it still is pretty healthy. GG's, you got me, Shadow Mawile, putting in work. That is the meta wrecker. Let's go. Although, Wigglytuff is meta, Toxicroak is meta, Metagross, not so much. It is good, though. Our next battle, we're met with a Melmetal, and I kept running into these. I kept algorithming up with these, and, well, it's not the worst, it's not the best, it's kind of annoying. Building up to 2 superpowers, we have to just, call that, and maybe catch one with the Sableye. I do believe we do that here. Shielding this one up, and then swapping to catch the superpower that has already been debuffed once. And I'm expecting a swap here, obviously, and they're going to be going into a Politoed. So that was a nice catch to preserve his shield as well as the health on the Metagross. They're going to be going into that Politoed, and we're just going to go ahead and throw those Night Slashes here. Expecting Weather Balls. Man, Politoed is so annoying. Politoed, we're going to use it, actually. Pair it up with Metagross towards the end here, but oof, a lot of Pokemon that I like to use, it's so good up against them. And it's just that annoying with those extra spammy charge moves. Anyways, we're going to be able to take them down, and in comes that Melmetal. We're going to be able to get to another Foul Play, which is going to put on a lot of pressure. Melmetal is pretty squishy in the Great League as well, with that high CP in total. And they're using their final shield. Great, we have no more as well. Down we go. We're going to go in here with Toxicroak, resisting everything, and they have a Deoxys. We're going to go ahead and swap. If we can get to a Meteor Mash, GG's. Please tell me this is a Rock Slide, because if it is, we will survive, and we're going to be able to barely get this off. Now, we're Shadow Metagross. All right, Shadows take 20% more damage. Wow, look at that. Wow. But they dish out big damage, as you can see. So being a Pokemon with a high CP potential and in the Great League with good IVs and Shadow, it's just a recipe for you're going to take a lot of damage. So we finally have a good lead here, and they're swapping into Politoed again, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Sableye. So, I love it. This Metagross was really fun. And I just want to step away really quick and tell you guys something. I've been dying to talk about this. So I finished Breaking Bad, and I also finished Better Call Saul. Obviously, there's another season for that one, and I absolutely am loving it. Because shows that continue on with another series that show you other aspects or other characters from the past or different scenarios in that same time frame, or just in their perspective, that's right up my alley. I love that stuff, and they did it. They nailed it. They got all these characters, and they're showing you their stories. It's just great, and I can't wait for Let's Call Saul the next season. And I did watch the Breaking Bad movie as well, so really good stuff. And man, such a good show. But anyways, with that said, one more funny thing. I finished watching all that stuff, and I decided to go over to Portlandia. That's another show that I like to watch here and there. It's pretty funny. They got some new seasons I didn't even know. And as soon as I go back to it, this is incredible. I couldn't believe it. They had some skit with some musicians from Portlandia, and oddly enough, both of the Breaking Bad and Let's Call Saul theme songs were in it. It was so weird. I was like, I just got done watching this show, and I'm hearing the theme songs in another episode of something that has nothing to do with it. Anyways, just thought I'd share that with you guys. So into this battle here, we are with Shadow Vic up against a Bastodon here. Yes, I'm using Shadow Vic, and yes, I'm using Charm users. Why? Just because we were just gonna go with some really nasty, quick hitting Pokemon just for fun. And every single legend I was running into was using double Charm or a Charm user, so I was just like, whatever, man. We are farming that thing down. Metagross is loaded up on energy. Let's go. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw that Earthquake. I do believe it was a Jellicent. Yes, it is. Gonna go ahead and swap into our Sableye right away, and I think we may want to let this go. It's just a Bubble Beam, lowering our attack, which is fine. They are shieldless at this point. Wonder what they have in the back that doesn't really want to be swapped into our Sableye. And it is going to be a Deoxys. Go figure. We have a shield left, lowered attack, but we're still going to be able to put a big dent into that thing. Maybe even just take it out in general. We still have a shield left. Yeah, simple. Yep. Sableye putting in some work for us here. So looking good. Metagross, do you want to use it? Shadow at that. I'm going to say you don't. You don't. It's, as you can see, the performance is good. But there's other things that you can use. Definitely a fun Pokemon and a hard-hitting and a threatening Pokemon to specific types like fairies, right? And maybe a Bastodon or something. So we got the swapping with the Haunter. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Sableye here, letting that Shadow Punch go through, knowing we can survive, and we don't need to shield it up. Not in their best interest to shield that Haunter right there. Could just let it go down, come back in with Bastodon and farm us down, and there it is exactly. Going to be able to get off a foul play before we do go down. They're going to be able to build up energy, but that's okay. No problem. We have the Wigglytuff that doesn't want to see the Bastodon. So obviously we're going to go ahead and bring in our Metagross here, still holding on to 2 shields, which is great. They're getting off a Flamethrower, and they're swapping into a Drifblim. Now, this is exactly why I have the Wigglytuff here, so in case we do run into a Ghost when the Sableye is down, we're going to be able to combat this and have a resistance and really help us go up against it. So they're going to be forced to just throw Icy Winds. Wigglytuff is a pretty thick Pokemon. Even though they're lowering our attack, Charm is disgusting. We're just going to continue on here, do as much damage as we can. Taking him out. In comes Bastodon, and let me tell you something. I realized I should have let the Drifblim farm us to some degree, or let us take us out. Actually, we should have let it take us out, and then we would have went in there and farmed with Metagross, because now we're not going to be able to win. Could I have maybe won this if I just continued on with the Meteor Match without throwing, or the Bullet Punch without throwing Meteor Matches? I don't think so. It would have been really close. Let's see. Yeah, looks like one more could have done it. Could I have snuck that in there during those times where I was hitting my charges? Potentially, but I'm not going to say, oh, if I shouldn't have done that. Good game. It was a close one. Moving on to our next opponent, we're met with a Cresselia, and this is actually okay. We're going to resist everything they throw at us. Granted, again, we do have the resistance, but it is going to still take a ton of damage. That's a Grass Knot, non-stab move, and it's still doing almost half resisted. Yeah, Shadow hurts, especially if they have high CPs. So I think we do want to shield up this next one here. Really putting on the pressure with the Meteor Mashes and the Bullet Punches with the Shadow Metagross here. And they don't want to swap. Just going to keep going. They're using 2 shields. What in the heck is back there that does not want to see this? So we decide to go ahead and let it go. And we're getting ready for them to swap to take us out. And there it is. They swap into the Politoed. But we just throw the Meteor Mash anyways. Still doing a bunch of damage. They're shieldless. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Politoed. And we're looking good here. Going to let this go through. No problem. Just a Weather Ball. They're going to hit us with another one before they go. Or they're not. Charm. Gotta love it. Charming. All right. So they're bringing in that Cresselia. Going to go ahead and shield up the Wigglytuff. Going for a Moonblast. Farming down. And we do not get to see their third Pokemon because they back out. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent here. Got a few more battles for you folks. And we're met with a bad lead. That's great, though. Because let's see how we're going to be able to build out of this. Or pull out of... build out of... Well, I guess pull. Anyway, they bring in the Politoed. And we're going to go ahead and let that Weather Ball go through. We just will really want to dig in with that Charm. While the Quick Move is not really doing too much from them, we can survive this. They can't farm us down. We're just going to go straight for the Play Rough here. Because, well, Ice Beam is not very effective. They're still shielding it up, which is fine. And we're able to take them out without having to use a shield. Wigglytuff is just that good. Let's go. And they're bringing in that Jellicent, which is fine. Because we're going to go ahead and bring in, I do believe we have Sableye. That thing did farm us up quite a bit. They are down a shield, so there's no point in not using a shield here. But they hit us with a Bubble and a retreat into an Escavalier, which is going to be doing quite a bit of damage with that counter up against Metagross. Not good, while we do resisted damage. Alright, fun. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Meteor Mash, expecting the shield here. Okay. And, well, how are we going to do this, folks? How are we going to pull this off? Well, Sableye is still here for us. Let's go. No shields left, hitting us with a freaking Mega Horn. Holy cow, what we have to do is farm down. Otherwise, we lose. And go for the foul play right when the Jellicent comes in. And I was just like, please, tell me that it's low. Okay. Because I kind of forgot how much health it had. We're able to take it out. Looking good. Final battle, folks. Let's get into it. Don't forget to hit that like button before you take off. Met with another Melmetal here. And let's see what the game plan is. We have the Politoed on the team. Let's go. And we're swapping to catch the superpower. Wow, it looks like we're trying to catch the first one this time. And we did it successfully. They're going to be retreating into a Jellicent. Hey, that sounds good to me. Now we have to remember that Melmetal still does have plenty of energy and a superpower and a Rock Slide ready to go. They built up a lot more than they actually needed. Gonna shield up that Shadow Ball correctly. Beautiful. Still in a good position. If they want to double shield that Jellicent, that sounds great to me. Because we're going to be able to outpace it, they're letting it go down. And what are they going to bring back in? It's going to be that Melmetal. Sounds good to me. So we have Politoed, which can handle that Melmetal, no problem. So we're just going to let that Sableye go down at this point. We still have the Metagross to help us go up against Charm users, so we're looking pretty good here if that's what they have in the back. Seeing that they have something weak to fighting, that could be an option, or a flyer. Let's see what it is going to be. They're going to shield it up, swapping into a Medicham. Well, there you go. That's another option. Resisting fighting makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this Power-Up Punch because we don't really want Metagross to go up against the Medicham right now. Getting off the Weather Ball and swapping into Metagross instantly. So what we wanted to do is bring their health down a little bit. And now they have the health in range to take them out. Bringing in that Melmetal, we're going to go straight for the Meteor Mash. Resisted, but still taking them out. Shadow Metagross put in some work. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care, trainers.